Hello there, everybody. Dunk the Muffin Man is back today to watch some Attack on Titan Season 3. Right, Episode 3. First of all, thank you to all the regular viewers and slash subscribers. And if you're new here today, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy your stay here. First of all, if you're wondering what happened to my Boku no Hero reaction, it got blocked worldwide, so that's staying just so. Okay? I continue to do reactions, but if it continues to get blocked for a while, well, I ain't gonna fight up with that. That goes stay just so, right? And another thing is, I need to clear the air on this. I am an anime only, yes, but I have been spoiled throughout the years to not a lot, a few things that happened. Last week I already knew that Levi's last name was Ackerman because sometimes when you scroll in YouTube, you sometimes could get somebody with the name Levi Ackerman, and yeah, I just got spoiled to his name a couple. I can't even remember when it happened, but I already knew his last name was Ackerman. That's why when I saw his name, I didn't it didn't shock me or surprise me. But it's good to know that that there confirms that either they're cousins, brother and sister. Who knows? They're most likely like cousins. They're from the same family, the same clan or family or whatever. Okay, so I haven't been spoiled too much. It's only been a small amount, but if something does come about that I have been spoiled by, I might say it in the episode, or I might put it up in words above my head or something. Okay, so just have to clear the air on that. Right. So let's get right into the anime. Oh, one more thing. The three death scenes that Silence was referring to is important. I'm pretty sure the little girl was Historia slash Krista, whichever one you want to say, was Historia. Cause the little girl with the blonde hair that Silence was flashback into in his interrogation looked like Historia. And the woman that was being killed did not look like Historia's mom. So maybe it's a mother figure. Okay. So in any case, let's see. I will definitely keep a mental note of the three death scenes that Stannis was referring to. Okay. Let's see what Rob Reese here is going to reveal to us today. Let's see. Let's get right into the anime reaction. There we go. Old story flashbacks. There we go. Let's get right into it. Four small farm, northern region of the War Rose. Okay. Yeah, this is the same girl. Yep. But my mother was always reading books. And now, okay, so it was her mom. Okay. How the hell does she have blonde hair though? She was the whore that the king had. Okay, okay. I see. The illegitimate
ある日私は好奇心から母に抱きついてみることにしました。母がどんな顔をするか興味があったのです。お母さん
Holy shit. She got abused really bad though.
突き飛ばされただけでしたが、母が私に何かをしたことは初めてだったので。
What? You're happy?
私にはそれが嬉しかった。こいつを殺す勇気が私にあれば。
おお、それは本当ですか、レイス教。この女もその子もあなたとは関係がないと。仕方ない。
He had to do it so she would live. That's why she took the name Krista.
何を。
お前は存在しなかった。屋敷に勤めていたこともない。誰もお前のこと。
This is one of the death scenes. Exactly.
話が違うではありませんか。お母さん。
Yeah.
お前さん産まなければ。
She had a mom that never cared for her.
最後の言葉でした。
You're gonna get bitch slapped. Oh, he's not gonna get bitch slapped. Ah, okay, yeah. Makes sense.
サニス、彼は何も話していない。っていうか何の質問もしてないんだ。ラルフはナイフで脅され、私の作った作文を声に出して読んだ。それだけだ。
I feel really bad for him though.
本当に惨めだよ。おっさんが泣いてわめいて。ざまあみろ、バーカ。そこでクソするだけの余生に生きがいでも見出してろ。じゃあな。
順番だ。
This is brutal.
こういう役には多分順番がある。
One who's done another steps into act again.
どうりでこの絵からなくならねえわけだ。
What's he talking about?
頑張れよ、ハンジ。よく
I don't know.
わからない。君も人なんか食べたくなかっただろうし。
そこから推測するに、ユミルは壁の外をうろつく巨人の一人で、ベルトルトやライナー、兄の仲間を食べたんだと思う。当然巨人は人を食べて人には戻らない。しかし、
what if a Titan ate one of Titan's comrades? Yeah, human who can. Really? That's the reason why?
つまりは巨人がその能力を持つ人間を
That's why I thought. Okay, I thought.
相手の能力を手に入れるんだ。
Okay.
先日の戦いでライナーは逃げたエレンに巨人を投げつけたという。巨人を操れるというエレンの叫びの力を他の巨人に移そうとしたんじゃないか。だとすればエレンは器であって交換可能な存在なんだ。
Okay.
つまりもし王政が巨人を持っていればエレンはそいつに食われるだろう。
They want that power. Confirms it here. But I thought a Titan had to eat a human.
とにかくそのロットレイステラの領地を目指す。すぐに出発の準備をしろ。
Okay, okay.
私はエルヴィンに
Holy scheiße.
情報を伝えてくるよ。
その上で聞くが。
Does he want to overthrow the government?
はい。我々はウォールマリア奪還のため。
Yep, I was right. Overtake the government. Yep. He wants to save a coup.
頼りは間もなく来るはずです。どうかそれまで私の子供の頃の話でも聞いてください。私の父は
My father was a. He's a teacher! Okay, so that's the second death scene. What is this? I can't. What? Attack and Titans conceiving a. Oh my lord. Oh, okay. I need to go back to that. I will afterwards.
お前は自分の判断に従って動け。何より次の調査兵団
Commander of the Scout Regiment.
ハンジゾエ。
She is the commander?
調査兵団を任せたぞ。
He's so calm about it though. It's like he doesn't even, he has no fear because this is a part of his plan. He has literally no fear. He's so collected.
彼が誰かわかるな、エルヴィン。
だから殺して当然だっていうの。
しかしトロスト区が破綻寸前まで追い詰められたこの状況下では
町に踏みとどまり、あらゆる手を尽くして行くあてのない人々を支援し、復興を目指した。だが何者かの手によってその思いはついえた。この無念、私が必ず。
Okay. Second death. Oh, yeah, the second death.
壁の中に逃げ込み、100年の平和を実現させた。その際、それまでの歴史を記すようなものは何一つ残すことができなかった。誰もが教わることです。しかし私はあることを疑問に思い、父に質問しました。父は私の質問にはまともに答えず、そのまま授業を終了しました。しかし家に帰った後、父は私の質問に答えたのです。王政の配布する歴史書には数多くの
We're full of contradictions and mysteries. Why? The government knows everything. My father continued to tell me more. Yeah, that child was a story. The reason he didn't tell the story into class, but I wasn't smart enough to know.
私が町の子供たちに父の話をして、その詳細を憲兵に尋ねられた日、父は家には帰ってこず、遠く離れた町で事故に遭って死にました。私の密告により、父は王政に殺された。
Because he spoke about it.
今から107年前、
humanity that fled into these walls, the king that had altered their memories to make. What? How? That's how they don't remember anything.
そんなことでも起きぬ限りは、この壁の中の社会は成立しえんからか。
That makes sense. That's how they don't know how the walls were created.
なぜ父は真実に近づいただけで死ななければならなかったか。父は人の持つ欲と愚かな息子によって殺されたのです。そしていつの間にか父の仮説は私の中で真実となり、私の人生の使命は父の仮説を証明することとなったのです。
That makes sense. That's how they knew that. That's how they don't know how the war came about.
町で憲兵がこんなものを。これが事実なら調査兵団は解散状態です。
Okay, wow.
午後には山狩りが行われるというし、加えて主要な街道には検問が張られ、通行証がないと通り抜けは不可能です。兵長、どうしたら。
早くしないとエレンが。
They have to go for Eren.
奴らは馬車を使ってる。レイス橋領地まで。
At
あと
least
1日
a
はかか
day
るは
to
ずだ。
reach
その間
territory.
になんとか策を講じるしかねえ。
兵長、足音です。こっちに向かってきます。
Here they come. Wow. This episode has some revelations. Revelations, the episode. Okay. Alright, guys. I am back. To anybody who reached this point in the video, feel free to stick around. I'm gonna talk about the episode, about what I thought, step by step. So if you want to stick around, feel free to do so. If not, I'll see you next week for episode 4. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I need to get into this. I gotta talk. I have to talk about this. I have to let my thoughts out. Okay, there we go. First of all, we get introduced to. We start off with Historia. She gave a little backstory about how she came to be, about her to childhood, which is much appreciated. And this is important too because Sanis was talking about three deaths, important deaths that happened, and this is one of them. Okay, Historia, her past is kind of a grim one. She lived on a farm with her mom that didn't give a shit about her, which is kind of grim because the way how Historia was talking, like her mom didn't do anything. How did Historia learn to talk if her mom didn't do anything for her? One thing that was kind of bugging me too is is Historia's blonde hair. Surprisingly, her mom doesn't have blonde hair. The father does not have blonde hair. So how the hell did somebody with non-blonde parents give birth to a blonde child? I don't know how that's possible. But it's definitely Rod Reese's child, um because of the eyes, because of that distinct eye color she has, that's the same as Rod Reese. Okay. um her mom was regretting having her. Apparently, yeah, this Historia being born was a mistake. Historia being born wasn't supposed to happen. Her mom regrets like giving birth to Historia. And just before she was supposed to be killed because yeah, that's she's not supposed to be born. She's not there isn't supposed to be any friction within the royal family because the father. So because Rodriguez cared for his daughter, he decided to send her away to the scouts, or not to the scouts, but send her away in general, and change her name to Krista so she would live. Just her being like Reese, if her name would have stayed as Reese, they would have had to kill her. So he changed her name to Krista, and that's how she went into the city and then the scouts. Okay, that was pretty cool. But this was a nice little backstory. It gave a lot. It showed a lot. I believe the dad is apologizing for putting Krista through this. Okay, just by him having like that relation with that prostitute. Most likely, I believe that Krista's mom was a prostitute, and he's apologizing for everything, all the things that he ever done to Krista. Okay, moving on. No, right here, Rodriguez Historia's father said that let's go to the place where it all began. What is it? He means the royal family. Does he mean where the wars were created? How the wars were created? What does he mean? Okay, maybe next week we'll find out where he's taken. I assume that Aaron will be going to, because in the background we saw some military police agents in the back, so I assume they'll be escorting Rodriguez, Astoria, and Aaron to where they need to go next. Right here, I felt so bad, man. I felt so bad for Sanis here. He's not even that of he is important. Okay, he is an important character, but I felt so bad for him, man. He was tricked into betraying the king, essentially. With his they used his friend Ralph here and forced him to betray the king, and he loved the king. He loved doing what he was doing because he believed what he was doing to be just and correct. Alright? He believed that he was the right. He was doing the correct. And he was willing to endure pain, a broken nose, all his fingers. His fingers are still like, you could see it, yes, his fingers are all gone. He lost her teeth. I assume that Hanji pulled his teeth out. Like, she probably, if it's torture, she probably broke his teeth off or pulled the teeth off. Whew! Torture. Okay? And yeah, I kind of understand his rage, why he would lash out at his friend. Well, at this point he believed that his friend is no longer his friend. But then Hanji came and revealed that it was all just a trap. And he was forced to read the script, which forced him to talk because he knew more about what was going on. And we see Hanji lash out at the furniture. So Even though she looked like an asshole there, she really did look like the bad guy there. But she doesn't enjoy doing what she's doing. She's doing it because she has to. So nobody here feels. At that point when Hanji was talking to Sanis, I actually didn't like Hanji. For that slight moment, I was actually pissed, and he's not the good guy. But I felt for him. I understand. I understood his rage. But after seeing how she lashed out at the chairs, it's clear that she didn't enjoy it. She doesn't like to torture anybody. She didn't like what she was saying to him, right? Which kind of opens up my mind to Hanji more, right? She's not just some mad scientist obsessed with Titans. She has a heart. Okay, she's just doing that because she has to. Just like he just like like Sanis here killed because he believed what he was doing was correct. Simple as that. Now the show is beginning to go into this morally gray area that I was talking about last week, or even Armin was talking about how he believes this side, like the scout side, to be the criminals now. Okay, but it's more of a, it's somewhere in between us. Our group is just doing what we believe is right. Right? As I said, it's gray. Nobody seems good or evil anymore. Really, it's just gray. Alright. Now they revert back into human. Okay, but the only way for a Titan to turn back into human form is if they eat another human possessing Titan abilities, or if they eat a shifter, essentially. Okay, at least that's confirmed now. I thought it was a certain amount of humans they had to eat, and then they revert back. But it was because that that friend who pushed Rhino out of the way was a shifter. So even at that age, they all were shifters. Where that hometown is our town of shifters. Okay? If they were already shifters as children, were they born like that? Were they injected with the serum at that age? Or what was going on there? Why at that age was that friend a shifter? Okay? That's so unusual. Alright, this important reveals that you need to eat if you are a Titan needs to eat a Titan shifter to revert back, and that friend came. I feel that that village is just Titan shifters. I feel they all have to be like Titan shifters, all of them, every single one of them, unless those three that we saw in the flashback were injected with the same thing that Ymir was injected with. But I keep this in mind too. Okay, at least now we know. Okay, you could turn into a Titan easy, but you will just be a mindless killing machine unless you eat a Titan shifter. Okay. Quite interesting. So does that mean the Titan that ate Eren in episode 5 in season 1 could have turned back into a human? If that's the case, the Sansa Titan, but Eren broke out before he even had a chance to properly digest. Well, they don't digest; they puke them out. Okay. Wait, do they digest Titan shifters? And or do they spit them back out? I mean, even if you eat, they're supposed to regenerate. Even if you eat them, if you eat a shifter, they're supposed to regenerate, right? They're supposed to be able to regenerate, okay? So even if you eat a shifter and spit them back out in the ball form, they're supposed to be able to regenerate. Or even stuff they should be able to burst out like Eren could. Or maybe Eren is just very special that he was able to do that. Okay? That he was able to break free from a Titan like eating him. But very important. Very, very, very important here. Maybe the reason why the Titans were attracted to like always like attracted to Eren back in season like 1 and onwards is because that's his scream is like saying come to me. Essentially wait, season 1, could Annie control the Titans too, or do all Titans have the Titan shifters have the innate ability to like call Titans towards them? Because Annie screamed and the Titans came towards her. That's technically a command too, right? She called the Titans towards her. So does that mean that Annie is like a coordinate too? Is either Annie is a coordinate, or Titans have the ability to call Titans towards them. I don't know. It's one of those two, but if Annie is a coordinate, don't tell me. If Annie is a coordinate or not, don't tell me. I'm sure they'll reveal that or not. Okay? But I'm pretty sure that Reiner does not have the ability to call Titans like Eren can, or Annie did in season 1. Okay? So Hanji says here that Eren is just a vessel, okay? And in King Fritz or Fritz court, he was saying that they need the power and the vessel. So Eren is the vessel, Historia is the power. Okay? They need Eren is the vessel who holds the power to control Titans, and Historia is the power? Okay. I see you. This is a very important little bit here. They are saying that intelligent Titans or Titan shifters come about whenever a pure Titan, a pure one, or as I call them, foot soldiers, consume a Titan shifter. So essentially, you know that the Titan from episode 5 with the bear that ate Eren, if Eren did not emerge out of him, he would have been able to turn back to human. Okay? But then again, how? You tell me how. Titans have consciousness. They can't talk. What about the Titan that was in with Elsie's notebook? That had consciousness. It knew what it was doing. It bowed down to Elsie or Ymir. How could it do that if it didn't have consciousness? Something is not 100% correct here. They pure Titans or foot soldiers can't talk. They have consciousness, but it's being held back or something. I don't know, because Connie's mom was able to see her son consciously and respond consciously, welcome home. How could she do that? How could Connie's mom do it if she wasn't conscious? Is it because she now became a Titan? And how could the Titan in Elsie's notebook talk? That talked for a good while. It looked consciously, bowed down consciously, and talked consciously. How did those two instances how were they able to talk and communicate without consuming a Titan shifter? But this is important here. We know that for the most part, for or maybe those two, Connie's mom and us, the Titan from Elsie's notebook, were just incredibly strange. Maybe they were just, as they normally say in the show, abnormals. I don't know. But those two kind of stick out like sore thumbs if this is the case. Okay? Don't tell me, don't spoil me. I'm just talking. But this is very important. Okay? Alright. So Erwin's, sorry if I keep I'm looking into my OBS screen too, but Erwin, this here is Erwin's dad, who was the teacher in Sanus's interrogation from last week. So his dad was apparently burnt alive by Sanus. Okay, so in here we will see a little classroom here, like how you remember in season 1 how Eren was being taught by a teacher. Erwin's dad was one of those same teachers, so yeah, that's nice to see. Erwin said that everyone is taught that Erwin, I said Eren. Erwin said that everyone is taught that humanity came to seek refuge in the walls to escape the Titans, and that caused 100 years of peace. All records beforehand were lost because of that, because of this refuge, which apparently is false, right? Alright, right here, Owen says when he gets home, he asks his father the question about the wall that he could not answer in class, because that might have gotten both him and his son killed. Okay, so he waited until he reached home, and he says here that the books that everybody has, that's given out by the government, are purposefully filled with contradictions and mysteries. So you always have questions that you just don't get answers to. Hence the records being lost. Oh, the records are there. The records are there, my friends. Just they're being held back by the government. No, they're being held back by the government. They're being held back by the order of the walls slash pastors. The pastors know what happened before the 100 years of peace and what truly occurred. Again, that ending theme from season 2 showed a lot. Okay, that showed a lot. That gave us a lot of hints as to what happened before humanity came to the walls. But here we're starting to uncover more and more about what happened, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the fact that we are starting to get answers to our questions right here. And then we have here Owen's father came. He died in an accident. His father was killed in an accident in a faraway town. Lies, all lies. They lied right to this young boy's face. Okay. So Owen started to talk about what his father told him about the contradictions in the books and how the government is lying to the population for some reason. Why is the government so afraid to talk about what happened before? Why can't they say it? What could possibly happen if everybody knew what happened before? Wouldn't that only benefit humanity? I assume that it will benefit like the humans if they learn what happened. Knowledge is power. But why do you restrict that knowledge? Okay? So Owen essentially had, if Owen didn't talk, his father would still be alive. But then again, you can see his father caused his own death because he told the secret, believing his son to keep quiet. But nope. At Owen's age, the guy's a child. He's not going to be able to hold a secret like that the, for too long, and then the military police came and say, young man, we heard you talking about the books. Could you tell us where you heard that from? Oh, I heard that from my dad. Oh, your dad, huh? I'm gonna have a little chat with with your dad. And his dad was burnt alive by Sanis, okay, or the military police. We saw it. He was holding a torch to Owen's dad's face, and I assume that part of the torture was him being burnt alive. So his dad went through a lot of crap before he died for talking. The same way how Pastor Nick died, most likely his dad died, but he was also burnt alive too. Okay, or had a little bit of fire treatment, yes. Just kind of sad there. Feel kind of bad for Owen. But what about Owen's mom? Owen, who is your mom? 107 years ago, the king. Does he mean the current king? If he means the current king, does that mean that King Fritz is a Titan shifter? Is King Fritz a Titan shifter? Or is the king back then king? Or is the king this king? Okay, if the king is King Fritz he's referring to, then King Fritz is a shifter. Because how the hell could King Fritz live for 107 years? Okay, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's not King Fritz. I am just being Barker. Okay, I'm just getting a little bit too excited there. Okay, King Fritz is just a regular human. If it is the Reese family is the true royal successor, then it is the King Reese of back then 107 years ago who altered their memories. Now, how did the king alter their memories? Okay, how did he do it? Was the king back then a shifter with the power to alter memories? I don't know. I have no idea. Don't tell me. Don't spoil me. I am just talking my mind. Okay? How did he alter their memories? Was it through the... Do you mean simply through the books? How did he alter an entire group? How did he alter an entire group? That's like not a small group, like hundreds. There's thousands of refugees going into the wall to save themselves. Okay, so was the wall there before? Wait, was the wall there before the refugees came into the wall? Was the wall just there, or like always there? According to what? No, that's a contradiction. Then no, guys, so much crap is going through my mind here, because what I'm thinking here is Owen's dad said that humans came to the wall to seek refuge. Does that mean the wall was just there before, and humans knew about the wall? Okay, and how the hell did thousands of humans even reach the wall with Titans swarming about? How the hell did the humans reach to the wall in the first place? With without being like totally destroyed by the Titans. How the hell did they survive? Don't tell me. Don't spoil me. Okay? So the king altered the memories of the humans. Simple. We'll find out how in time. I'm sure we will. Okay? But I'm going to assume right now that the king back then, King Reese about 100 years ago, was a shifter who had the ability to alter memories. I'm going to assume. Had to be. If not that, Owen is referring to how the king gave out books that in time changed the mindset of generations to come. Alright? Except for the government and the pastors who knew exactly what happened before. Okay, and Owen also says here that he believes his father died just because, or he believes that the reason why they keep killing those who keep going towards the truth and finding out is because they don't want anybody to oppose the authority, because essentially if the government was to reveal what happened before and all the lies, there would be social unrest. Everybody would go against the government, so you have to keep it as secret now to, you know, maintain order. So even one individual knowing the truth could cause the entire like like the population within the world to break down and go towards the government and the royal family. Is like essentially that's why they just want to control for their own gain. Well, that's one of the reasons. And we end off with the military police issuing false papers essentially to the public to look out for the scouts because they murdered a civilian and they need to be arrested, which is not true. The military police killed the civilian. Okay, so we are gonna see how Levi and friends here will deal with the scouts, the military police that's coming towards them. Okay. So this episode was a nice way to reveal some things that happened, reveal a lot of stuff, confirmed a lot of stuff to us. I love this episode here. We now know why it is Ymir gained her consciousness back was because she ate a shifter, which was conveniently she was lucky enough to get to eat a shifter in Bertolt and Reiner's friend or childhood friend. Okay, and that's how she regained her consciousness from being a mindless like Titan. I believe that Ymir said she doesn't have any memories of wandering like the fields. She has no memories of doing that. Okay, but consciousness did not return to her immediately after she ate the human. She still didn't regain her consciousness. It took a little while. Then after, she just slept in the soil and rose again. When she rose again, she was a human. When she rose back up again, she was human, which kind of goes back to the ending theme of maybe season 2. I believe the Titans were rising. The sun was rising. The Titans were rising from either the water or like the ground. I believe it was the water. So so much stuff, man. Okay, I still don't really know why it is those two Titans, like Connie's mom had consciousness and could have talked, and she recognized her son, and the Titan from Elsie's notebook could have conscious. It remembered Ymir. You remember the supporters who were with Ymir, like bowing down to Ymir. One of those one of the humans in the group who were bowing down to Ymir became a Titan that was pushed off. One of those guys who were pushed off the wall was still in Titan form, was still like wandering as a Titan. But how the hell did it regain consciousness? Was seeing Ymir enough for it to snap out? There seems to be more conditions for a pure Titan to snap out of his unconscious state. It's not just there has to be more. Okay. In any case, I've been rambling on here for a long time. Okay, it's been over an hour here on OBS, so I need to cut that down significantly. Okay, so if there's anybody who reached this point in the video, thank you for watching. I could talk more. I could go for 2 hours just talking about this, but for my own brain, I let the anime like reveal what it needs to reveal. Okay. So again, guys, thank you for watching. Don't spoil me, please. Please don't spoil me. I'll see you guys real soon. Goodbye. So long. And farewell. Goodbye.